There's the full body into the door. Oh, that's interesting. They just kept people chained to their desks? That's how you keep people in school. Is that a tooth? Broken tooth, light-colored enamel.
Tooth of an adult male, likely lost in a beating. Only a couple of days old.
Really? Jesus, okay. What else can we look at? This thing down here? Okay. Steel chain worn.
The inside of the cuff is worn. It's been used often.
Yikes. Can I adjust this, or is that's it? Okay. You do that, Sopal? Just right into the door. What's on here? What do I be looking at?
A wax cylinder. There is something recorded on it.
Oh, that's what this is? Of course, I mean, I knew that. I recognize wax cylinders.
The writing is mostly gone. Phonetic symbols, perhaps.
Plus 2 is 4. I won't tell you again. I think we found everything in here. There it was. That's not what she said, though. Subtitles were incorrect. Cthulhu came at the end. It's like a music vinyl, except around a disc. It is around a cylinder. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I do know what it is, but I wouldn't have known that looking at it there. Trust me. When I was young, we used gramophones, okay? I don't know if you know, but I'm particularly old. The new method at last started to show progress. The success rate is 4 out of 10. The failures are not responding to any external stimuli. Nevertheless, the phonetic system can be declared an undeniable success. Regardless of their native language or place of origin, individuals learn to speak the chant without flaw. They learn it quickly and fluently despite lacking all mental autonomy. Regrettably, one of the chosen continues to resist. Isolation and deprivation resulted in a strengthening of their disobedience. Negotiation only ignited anger, and even after the direct removal of the frontal and temporal lobes, it seems all that was left was an innate desire to resist. This chosen one cannot be allowed to pollute the minds of the others. The conclusion is inescapable. They cannot continue to live. We'll see to it they are sent to the well. Back in my day for music, we banged our clubs against the cave wall before every mammoth hunt. Yeah. Back in my day, we didn't even have clubs. We just used rocks. They have not, Silver. No. Professor, trust my guide, the light of the abyss, for he shall enlighten our chosen ones. Make sure he is present, and that our chosen utter nothing but the sacred words. And lo, the trance will begin. We'll be an inch closer to the universe beyond. Your work is essential, as many of our flock do not speak our language, and time is of the essence. It would be best to work in groups, performing at least one seance per day for a week. Of course, the most skeptical members will have to be tamed by your hands. In the meantime, my work continues on a physical method to maintain the trance state through the emitted light waves of Khaled lenses. Khaled. I feel like I've seen... Yeah, I don't... That word looks really familiar to me, actually. Finally, my men in New Orleans will contact you regarding the new shipment of Chosen. Make room for them as you have done before. Hey, Darth Saint. I grew up with vinyl because my grandparents still use it. Still use it to this day. Vinyl kind of made a comeback, too. I mean, that's like a big deal. A lot of bands sell their music on vinyl. And then some bands went a step further and decided to start selling their music again on cassette tapes. I think they're mostly indie bands that do that. The bank has the gems. My master has ordered me to send the first shipment of chosen ones. They will arrive within 2 weeks. Do not fail us. Back in my day, we just banged our heads directly into the mammoth until they died. Or something else. What was it? I saw it. Went yellow briefly. Okay, it is the key. Shiny key. Great. We bought our bro a vinyl one Christmas, not for the music, but as art to hang on the wall. There's some cool ones. I've seen, like where they'll, instead of it just being like black vinyl, like they'll do multicolored vinyl. Oh, there's the well. All right, before we go in there. And I couldn't go through that door at the end, I don't think. Secrets. Keep birds down here. To study on?
Very professional brain dissection.
Oh. Well, that's nice. And a bucket of dead birds. What? What is it?
Dynamo machine. Provides electrical stimulation for the person in the chair.
Okay, yep. I see that. Magnets, what? There's something else to see here? Can I go down? Can we come over here? Oh, look at the chair itself.
Full grain leather straps. Impossible to escape.
Well, that does sound like a good time down here. I have an almost complete Kids Bop vinyl collection. Oh, we can go further down. We want to go first. Maybe we'll go over this way and see what's here.
Oh, the smell. Judging by the remnants of blood and flesh, these instruments were used for dismemberment.
Lovely.
Dear God, is that body parts?
Well, one does
Utterly inhuman.
lead to the other. It would make sense if they were dismembering things that they would end up down below like that. So then the question is, does this wrap around to the well down below? And we just have a big pile of body parts down there.
Get out of my head!
Your iron fisters devoid of soul, find reverence for the one that tremble.
Great Lord!
Left your surrender your soul and become a servant of madness.
Please! No more! Stop it! Watson! John! Somebody!
Wretched mortal, do not fear what is to come. Let him rupture our world anew. Awaken, and let the
World behold!
Ooh. Hey, Archibald. It's going well. How about you?
The light of the abyss
Yeah, Platt.
is the light from the abyss. Ugh. Get out of my head.
Stuck with a coding problem? Nothing new. Just ask ChatGPT. No? Let it do its. Let it do your work for you. Or anything else in here? Already did. Useless. Damn. Well, that was a fun little side thing there. Can we hide?
A hydraulic elevator? How ingenious.
Maybe there's nobody on there. It was being sent back down. Hey, Brandon. Sherlock Holmes meets Amnesia. I haven't played Amnesia, so I don't know.
Watson? Holmes? What are you still doing here? Still?
I was trying to find more information. Did you think I was just going to sit in my room twiddling my thumbs?
I only asked you to find the key. I had everything else under control.
Says the man who looks like he saw a ghost.
I'm fine, Watson.
You're hardly fine. You reek of congealed blood and chemicals. What did you see down there?
Never mind me. Where's Gygax?
I'm afraid she's over there. I found her like that when I entered, on my word.
What? She was our biggest lead.
Yet another wrinkle in our investigation. What do we do now, Holmes?
Hush. Let me think.
How did that happen? Did we free that man who was down there? Did he swap places with us and run up here and kill her? Oh, no, I guess it must have been a...
The patients here wear the same robes.
Yeah. Ugh.
No traces of blood on her clothes. Must have got on her white overcoat. The pencil is buried deep all the way to the brain. Instant death.
Fun. You did it? How could I have done it? I just got up here. Oh, nope. It was Heidi.
Heidi, how did it end up here?
We'd better inform the local police about this.
You're right, Watson. But first, we need to determine where our case goes next.
Okay. What do we know many things here. Many new things. So where does the evidence lead next? The doll. Yeah, the doll did it. You just look for documents and testimonies. We got the telegram from New Orleans. That's probably important because it's leading us in a letter from the Bank of New Orleans. What's the handwritten letter? That was... Perhaps that one, too. Finally, my men in New Orleans will contact you regarding the new shipment of Chosen. Make room for them as you've done before. Maybe? Okay. New Orleans, the USA. Several pieces of evidence now point to New Orleans. It appears the kidnappers have enlisted the services of the banking house of E.W. Gray to sell gems. Go us. Did you talk to somebody?
We've got what we needed, Watson. This conspiracy reaches further than we thought. I don't suppose you've ever been to New Orleans?
You are joking.
I seldom do. Let's go. There's no time to waste.
It's always New Orleans for some reason in these games. Probably because it was originally French.
There's nothing in this world that cannot be explained with logic and reason. Nothing in this world.
Holmes?
Hmm?
You seem troubled.
I'm not troubled, Watson. I am preoccupied.
That place was awful. Inhumane. It would be natural to experience some feelings of shock or fear.
Men reduced to gibbering imbeciles, numb beyond recognition, powerless to help themselves. When a doctor does go wrong, they are the first of criminals. They have the nerve and they have the knowledge.
That woman did not deserve the title. Such casual cruelty for such selfish aims.
I knew another man like that once. He treated my mother, perhaps even killed her, depending on who you ask.
My sincere condolences.
In the end, she was just a shadow of herself. The outline of the person I recognized, but lacking all else. She was pushed until she cracked. Should you see me cracking, John, I must ask you to intervene.
Nothing compels us to pursue this matter further, Sherlock. We can return to London, report what we have discovered. Let more capable hands take over.
Alas, there are no such hands. Were we to abandon our quest now, I fear no other would succeed in our stead.
We know nothing of what awaits, what dangers lurk in the darkness.
Nonsense. We draw nearer to New Orleans with every passing minute, and thus closer to the answers we seek. Those answers, for all their perversity and improbability, will, nevertheless, be the work of men. And that is a work I have studied well.
So be it.
I know you to be a diligent author, but if I may make one request. Kindly omit my mother and her suffering from your tale.
Of course.
Thank you, John.
Just sit in silence for the next countless hours of the train ride across the Atlantic. Outsiders. Welcome back, Harmonious.
Ah, Holmes. After our trip to nippy Switzerland, I can certainly use some of this New World heat.
Do not get carried away, Watson. What we could certainly use are answers to my questions.
I know, but you look exhausted. Why don't we find the hotel first?
We shall rest when our investigation is over, and not a moment sooner. I shall ask you to handle our bags while I search for the bank.
As you wish. Oi! Stop
Hey!
it, you! Our luggage! Good Lord, what have
Hairless
you done?
man.
That's my stuff.
I'm sorry, mister. It was an accident.
It's a nice vest. I like it. Was that a floaty train? It's spelled boat. Spelt? Spelt boat. Inspector. Spelt? Is that actually... Can you actually spell it like that? Spelt. Was the quest not to find a certain person? Yeah, we had to find... He... What was his name? Kimihia? Kimihia? The original way of spelling spelled. Yeah, Kimihia. That's the only person we were tasked to find. But of course, as we all know, Holmes does enjoy a good mystery. And we haven't actually tracked him down yet. We're following the pieces of the puzzle. I can't believe that you would do this.
It's fine, it's fine. I'll just put everything back. Where are the socks?
UK spelled and spelt are fine, but on Google, apparently US mostly use spelled. Yeah, we do. Okay, well that makes sense now. At least now we are all a little bit smarter. Maybe. Was dealt the original spelling of dealed? Does anybody say dealed? If somebody says that, I don't think I've ever used that. I don't think I've ever said dealed. I think I've always said dealt. Dreamt was the original way of spelling dreamed. But so now in that case, I feel like I've used both of those. Like both dreamed and dreamt. Was helt the original of healed? Oh, wait, hang on a sec. Hold up. Okay. All right, so we're not gonna have any Project Zomboid today, which is fine. So we're just gonna be sticking with this, which, as much as I like Project Zomboid, I'm actually not crazy sad about, because I'm enjoying this a lot. According to Google, dealed is the old one. Irregular verbs are a pain in the spelt. Thou has smart the English parlance. Or smeared. Oh, smeared. You mean, well, it would be smart. If you're yes. Instead of smeared. Gives smart the English parlance. Alright, where are we trying to go? What is our goal? I actually don't know. Pieces of evidence are leading to New Orleans. Seems the Kinetik are at the banking house. Yeah. Thing here. Who is the jeweler seller A? Okay. And harbor master's office. I guess we just need to wander around town until we find the bank, right? Miss out on the bickering? Oh, it's fine. And we'll see. I may join that group for Among Us on Tuesday. Just get my ass handed to me there. Since I haven't played Among Us in... When did Among Us come out? Whenever Among Us came out, I played it around that time. Twice. And never since. Yeah, Inspector. Yeah. Which I kind of already figured that would be... I deduced that there was a higher probability. I don't know if I can actually use deduced in that context. Possibly inferred. Anyway. I thought that might be the case. So I'm prepared. I did a knowing. Yes. I note. What's up, Court? Looks good for a 2007 game. Actually, this is the... I think this might... Is this a remake? Or is this... I mean, this is newer, I thought. I don't actually know the whole deal. I think there are 2 Sherlock Holmes The Awakened that appear. This would be the remake of it? It's spelled noted. Remastered, isn't it? Is that what it is? I don't know. Listen, I have no knowledge. I just saw a new game and said, I'd like to try new game. Where is everything here? The Giddy Gator Bar. Are we in Red Dead Redemption? Feels a lot like it. Yeah, this version came out this year. It did. It was the early 2000s game remastered. Okay. Is this the bar? Have some more to drink. The Creole Quarter. Okay. Wait, what did that say? Giddy Gator Bar. So we're over there. Look, they play hopscotch the same way here as they do back in London. Are you peeing, sir? Shake it twice, no more. How does the original look like? No idea. Like Hitman Blood Money, same sort of thing. Okay. Clearly, I did not go the right way for the bank. This does not seem like an area... This does not seem like an area where a bank would be. The shake it twice thing is something I heard from the US. How are y'all so horny? Peeing can be a sin if done wrong. Talk to people? I don't think I can. They don't let me talk to them. It's fine. I'm just wandering around. We're going to need to come back here. Clearly, like, the bar is definitely someplace we're going to need to go back to. So it's fine. We're just opening up the map right now. Maybe it was a riverbank? That's good, Cattle. That's good.
Ow.
What? White Ship Line Shipping Company. So graphic-wise, still look better than Oblivion. That's apparently what Americans sound like to the British, I guess. Well, that's because the British are so reserved and pent up that anything and everything seems like it's going to be sexual and horny. You're all so repressed.
Yeah.
Americans are all repressed? So all horny? No, I don't think America is repressed so much. Aw. Pawn shop, okay. Can't go through there. Are we in Chinatown? Is that where we are? Must be, right? I didn't know there was like a... I mean, I guess it makes sense that there'd be a Chinese quarter. Banking house of E.W. Gray. We have found it. I don't even know... Okay, so it's just outside Chinatown.
Mr. Frank Barnaby, right? Auction's about to start.
Squints? Myopia? Hidden tabloid newspaper. Abe Lincoln alive. Where do you see that? Oh, right there. I see. Something in the pocket. Sandwich. Guard at the bank is a real character, storing a sandwich in his pocket to save time while reading Abe Lincoln Alive makes him a critical thinker who questions everything, even the truth. Myopia is a result of constant reading to the detriment of one's health. Okay. Guard at the bank is a real character, storing a sandwich. Reading Abe Lincoln makes the guard a paranoid fool with bad taste. Besides, the man has myopia. Okay. The Brits are prudish in public. I won't explain further. Yeah, when they're out and about on the streets, very prudish. What you don't want to find is their sex dungeons. Guard at the bank. Yeah, okay, so we got this taken care of. I am Frank Barnaby.
In the flesh. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, hold up. Written invitation first.
Can I present another piece of identification?
Nope. That's why we send the invitation.
Okay. What if I lost it in the in
Holmes,
course of
close
travel?
over here.
Gems sold. By invitation only.
Okay. So
Any
invitation.
luck?
None. They're holding an auction, invitation only. The good news is, I know who might have one. We need to find Mr. Barnaby.
Who?
Frank Barnaby, most likely a local.
And do you think Mr. Barnaby would be happy to share his invitation?
Let us first find him, then we can see if he is the generous type.
The best way to have a conversation with somebody.
America, Holmes. I never thought I should be so lucky as
I'll watch your back if you watch mine. Quick, look opposite ways. They'll never know we're conversing with each other. Back to back, it's safer. Yeah. Maybe you should stop making sweeping generalizations, Mr. Defective Inspector. See, that's the thing is, I feel like it was warranted on my end to call the British prudish and repressed as a sweeping generalization on the heels of the myriad generalizations made about Americans over the course of the years in this channel. It's safer, especially in America. It's safer. Okay, let's see. Not here, but we want to go like this. So we can pin this thing. We need to talk to people. What do you know?
Do you know anything about this?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Thank you. The locals say that he owns a shop in Chinatown called Barnaby's Hidden Gems. By golly, that was easy. Just an American to get upset about generalizations. It's spelled with a Z in the middle there, Inspector. If you please. Yeah, throw his tea in the harbor. Not sure what that is. Sorry. Zed? Do I need to say Zed for you?
How marvelous, Holmes. A city within a city.
Indeed. Those lanterns are delightful. It is as though we have been transported to the Orient itself.
Hidden gems. There's a bakery. The salon. I feel like I'm no longer in Chinatown. Wait. Gun store. Right down here. I'm sorry.
Truly, a change of scenery does wonders for one's constitution.
Yeah, no,
I feel invigorated.
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't wish to be rude, but I don't have a clue about this.
She might have given me information if I hadn't shoved into her 3 times in a row. Hidden gems. Bully.
Locked. No one's here.
First thing about being British is we say British because someone stole our tea.
Rather unassuming for a jewelry store.
Damn, he at it again. Barnaby still owes you. If he can't pay in greenbacks, he'll pay in blood.
Well, it wouldn't be us, Inspector, because we don't drink tea.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Now, if it had been spelled Brick Coca-Cola-ish, then yeah, maybe. 2 gentlemen say that Barnaby owes them money. He's a known alcoholic and is currently getting drunk at a local bar called the Giddy Gator in the Creole Quarter. He can be recognized by a yellow hat and green jacket. I know Harmonious, but you are not born in America, right? So it's okay. You have an excuse. Make some tea myself.
This place, there's a Spartan charm, does it not?
Southerners drink lots of tea,
My
iced tea
soul
just to
will
piss off
always
the
yearn for
ancestors,
London's
the
bloom,
tyrants.
but it reminds me of Cordona in a nice way.
See, now that's a shame that the British wouldn't like iced tea, but they're just fine drinking warm beer. I mean, come on. Okay, so let's see here. Where was the bar? The bar was right around the corner here. Is this the bar? Oh, there he is. Yellow hat.
Barnaby, unconscious but with his eyes open.
Unconscious but with his eyes open. Nice.
Look, Watson, the 2 of you are just alike.
Oh, great. So I look like a haggard alcoholic.
Mr. Barnaby, the banking house of E.W. Gray invites you to participate in a closed auction. We are pleased to present a selection of rare and extraordinary black opals for sale. Please contact our employee to receive more information. We strongly urge you to wear the cleanest suit you have and be sober. One more unacceptable incident, and we will exclude you from our list of buyers.
Eureka!
Oh, there we go.
What have you got?
An idea. First, we'll need Mr. Barnaby's clothes.
Yep.
Holmes.
Yep. What?
Watson, time is of the essence. You will go to the bank, not as yourself, but as Frank Barnaby.
Holmes, we look nothing alike.
The hat and coat will do the heavy lifting. Just stay cool, play the part, and no one will notice the difference. Trust me.
Yeah, we're in New
Holmes,
Orleans
must
right now.
really
We were in
indulge
England to
this
begin with.
farce?
It worked in Switzerland, didn't it?
But the game
Sure,
has let us...
if you redefine the word worked.
The New World. Wow, we look... something. We look like we might pick a fight with somebody. Alright, let's see. The way out was over here, I believe. Spiffing?
Where's my
No.
cash, Frank? In the bartender's tip jar?
Do I look like... Yeah, I mean, that I am Frank. Fact. Wait, Barnaby's gems. Yeah, okay, I do need to go this way. Probably could have just fast traveled, but that's all right. You look like you already lost one and a bet.
I'll wait here so as not to arouse suspicion.
Mr. Barnaby.
Right you are. Shop owner.
Right. Your invitation, sir?
Here you go.
You okay, sir? Seem to have the jumps.
I'm in a rush.
Come on in.
Why would... I mean, Sherlock is typically so calm under pressure. He shouldn't be like that.
Heavens, I never seen gems so big.
I simply must have them.
Do you know anything about this?
It isn't possible for me to help you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I actually didn't want to talk to you about that, by the way. Black opal, origin Australia, weight 40 carats, rarest stone, believed to be a piece... What, it could have been anything. Believed to be a piece of shattered space rock that fell to Earth. Didn't we see the article back at the asylum that pertained to that? Very pretty.
Sorry, I'm just dealing with another client's request. Please wait a moment.
Fine. No pass.
This might be useful. I'll make a note.
What? The banking house of E.W. Gray thanks its fine philanthropists. Okay. Armitage, Arneson, Atkinson, Carter, Chambers, Clemens, Engel, Hartnett, and Howlett. Dominic Summer. Didn't we see his picture? I feel like that picture was probably mixed in with all those other pictures earlier. Alright, so do we need to figure out... We need to figure out how to get in? Oh wait, maybe she's ready now.
Morning, sir, and welcome to the E.W. Gray Banking House. The auction will begin shortly. Name's Zoe Clemens, and I'd be delighted to help you.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Clemens. I am Frank Barnaby. I do have some questions, if you don't mind.
Alright, about the previous owner.
Forgive my curiosity, but who was the previous owner?
Sir, I ain't at liberty to disclose them details.
You automatically think of Civ? Like Civilization? The game?
These gems are rather curious. What can you tell me about them?
These rare beauties are black opals, all the way from Coober Pedy, South Australia. When they catch the light, the dark stone becomes a brilliant rainbow. It's something special.
Could they be stolen?
It doesn't say where these stones came from. No provenance, no previous owner. I'm starting to suspect they were illegally procured.
What? We would never. I can assure you these gems were bought from one of New Orleans' most upstanding citizens, a philanthropist no less. If you would like to know more, I could get my manager.
You old dog, Barnaby. Didn't think you'd sober up for the auction. An hour ago, you were 3 sheets to the wind.
Oh, you know, I hold my liquor better than most. And the auction was an important business opportunity.
An important business opportunity.
I'm gonna say, how does he
What
not
have
recognize
you
us?
done with the real Barnaby?
Well, maybe I'm drunker than I thought, mister.
Mister? What's wrong, Frank? You're looking pale. Don't you recognize your old pal, Grubb?
Of course I do. Mr. Grubb, sir, friend, pal. We used to go camping together, right? Large oversized wool hat. Civ 6 is 90% off, and that's what you think of. Or do you think of Civ because of the spiffing? Sheriff Grubb, position of power. Mr. Sheriff, sir. Of course we're friends. Golden Revolver Champion, proud or poser? Luxurious textile, cares for appearance. Polished nails, fashionable, or hates getting dirty? Well, Sheriff Grubb is the law in New Orleans. He's fairly eccentric, looking after his nails, appearance, and image. However, it is just a cover for his true nature as a remorseless and highly powerful individual in the local community who uses his image to distract and disguise his true nature. Or he's a toothless dog and attempts to make the impression that he's an important figure in the life of New Orleans. However, he is just a small cog in the governmental machine. In fact, the sheriff feels so uncomfortable and displeased with his role that he tries to compensate with ridiculous tournaments, fashionable looks, and threatening behavior. I think that is it.
Sorry, Sheriff, but I don't have time for this.
Now, Frank, when I'm talking to you, everything else waits. If I want to talk, you talk. If I say jump, you say off which pier. Do we understand each other?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, while I have you, There's
Did I
the matter of
misjudge?
your outstanding fines. I've been more than reasonable, but I'm afraid the bills come due.
Fines? Right. I'm afraid I don't have anything on me.
That's funny. Ain't you at the auction? I weren't born yesterday, Frank. Now, assault, battery, disorderly conduct, that's serious stuff. You got off easy, but if you don't pay up, things get a whole lot worse.
Look, Sheriff, I'm not actually...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Think careful now, 'cause Frank Barnaby only owes us cash. But fraud, impersonation, that's weasel behavior. And you know what we do to weasels round these parts. Feed 'em to the gators.
Not
So,
threatened by you,
Frank,
sir.
What's it gonna be?
Here's all I have.
Mighty fine of you. The people of this parish deserve peace. They don't take kindly to visitors. Don't miss that boat tomorrow morning, Doctor.
Doctor? Wait, you call me Doctor? Why do you call me Doctor? Hey, Blackburn. Are they elementary enough? I am certainly approaching it from an elementary school level standpoint. Yes. And we're wearing our best elementary school clothing right now. It's our first day. We picked it ourselves. Okay, what do we have to do here? So we've got to go to a location. We need to talk to somebody. Okay, wait, what are we trying to do? Got the portrait of him. Banking house. Slipped information that the Black Opal were bought from one of the upstanding city's philanthropists. Okay. Yep, we learned that. So it's one of them. Barnaby's shop. Yes, we did that. We did that. And we did this. So, local sheriff saw through Barnaby's disguise. He insists on us leaving New Orleans tomorrow morning. At least there's a positive consequence of such a failure. There's no sense in wearing Barnaby's silly and smelly outfit anymore. It's time to go back to the boat and change there so as to avoid Barnaby's legacy. Okay, well, there you go. New Orleans...
I told you, Holmes. I told you it was a bad plan. Now we're penniless and wanted criminals.
Hysteria gets us nowhere, Watson. Tell me what happened.
Well, that's right.
The
There was
sheriff
Watson this
saw
whole time.
right through me. He knew who I was from the start. Extorted me for every coin I had.
Bah, all that matters is what you learned about the gems.
I shan't discuss it while still wearing that blighter's clothes.
Hello
I'm going
there.
back to the boat to get changed.
Okay, I feel embarrassed that I was just distracted, and I now piece together what Holmes said before about Watson looking like Barnaby. Literally that whole time I was thinking that I was in there as Sherlock. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. And now it makes sense why Frank called me Doctor. Yeah. It wasn't important to me who was who in that instance. And now it makes more sense, too, why he was flustered upon going up to the door. There must have been some other conversation at the time that had me distracted. And yes, you're learning, right? Well, I'm learning about other things, but I guess I'm still not paying any more attention than I typically do. Attention that would be put towards one aspect has been diverted to another area. Yeah, that must be it, Inspector. Oh well. Yeah. Okay. Listen. They both have British accents, okay? And we were doing the whole deduction thing. And look, okay, we put the clothing on, right? And in my mind, we were still Sherlock, okay? We were Holmes. We don't look at him from the front very frequently. You know, I put on the clothes and then I went running. And that was it. I didn't look too close at his face. It didn't cross my mind that all of a sudden he had a mustache. Although it did kind of. I looked at it, I was like, huh, he didn't have a mustache before. That must be a fake mustache he's wearing so that he looks like like Barnaby.
The pox on the crew.
Wait, is this not right? Oh, yeah, true, both have British accents. I still can't tell if you were KG Harrison Ford or Donald Trump. That's reasonable. Wait. No, stop it. Okay. Look. If Holmes had the mustache on and was wearing this suit, they'd look kind of similar, okay? They'd look kind of similar-ish. And then, listen, they call Sherlock Holmes a master of disguise, you know? Where are we trying to go? We need to go back to the ship in order to get the clothes. But that's not working out for us. Back to the boat. Did I go to the wrong boat? Maybe over here? Is this where we're staying? Is the Nymph of Louisiana? Should I talk to you?
Always a pleasure to see you regular, Mr. Barnaby. Welcome home.
Rooms available. About up here. Room 6. Well, now I'm just confused about where we need to go. What can we see here? Fisherman's Quarter, Creole Quarter, Chinatown, and Harbor Master's office. Did we go to the Harbor Master's office? Bernadotti Limited. Maybe? Anything important over here? Look for missing. Can't go in here either. Okay. Where are we trying to go? Union Station. They were on the floor? The clothes were still on the floor? What? I mean, I didn't look down because I kind of assumed that they'd been picked up. And the guy wasn't still there. Was I just not that observant? Oh, see, they're not. There's nothing on the floor over there, right? Or is it like, is this our stuff right here still? No? I'm not playing Sherlock right now. That must be why this is so challenging.
No. No! Was that your luggage again? I don't understand. We just got it back in order.
What? That's my luggage?
It was like the luggage had legs of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head.
What?
Oh, bollocks, now our clothes are in the bloomin' water.
It was like the luggage had legs of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head.
I ain't sure what you did to the sheriff, but it must have been something real hairy to have him chuck your luggage off the pier.
With respect,
oh, is that what
have
happened?
we met before?
If you were the real Frank Barnaby, yeah, we would have. But where are my manners? I'm Lucy. And you are?
John. I didn't mean to be rude. I've just had a difficult day, miss.
Well, it's barely noon. And you've already made an enemy in Sheriff Grubb. The man starves his gators just in case someone crosses him. John who?
Watson.
Well, Johnny, if you plan on sticking around, you better change that suit, or Frank's reputation will catch up with you. And then you'll be a John Doe.
Alas, I think one of those gators is currently devouring my spare clothes.
You've got yourself in a fine pickle. All right, come on board the Nymph of Louisiana, and I'll sort you something to wear.
The nymph?
You shouldn't call yourself
what it
that.
Sounds like. Why are you helping me?
Well, let's just say you ain't the only one who's had run-ins with the sheriff. Way I see it, this city deserves better. Now quit your stalling and head on over to the Nymph. I'll be in room 6.
This Mr. Barnaby is proving rather useful. Perhaps you're not so different after all.
Yeah.
One more word, Holmes, and I'll hand you over to the sheriff.
Sorry, was that John talking or Frank?
Oh, go annoy someone else while I visit the nymph.
All right, room 6.
Well, look at you. All dressed up with nowhere to go.
I can't thank you enough. As I was saying, our journey has hardly gone to plan. We seem no closer to finding our missing people than when we left.
Well, if there were anything to know, Champagne will know it. She's across everything in New Orleans. Look for her in the fisherman's village behind the Creole Quarter.
Thank you again, Lucy. I shall make my way there now.
Good luck, Johnny. Keep out of trouble.
I will try. Got ourselves an American jacket. Yes, I can tell. That looks very American. Watson, you blend in perfectly now.
Forgive me, Watson. The difference is plain as day. What a remarkable transformation from Barnaby.
If we're critiquing wardrobes, Holmes, maybe you can explain why you used to roll just one sleeve up. Did you get bored halfway through?
Has no elbow patches. It's definitely American. Oh, look. We're Sherlock again. See, I can recognize when we're Sherlock, no problem. I have looked at the evidence, and I have deduced that we are now Sherlock Holmes. Okay, so we've got to go over to the Creole Quarter, which is... Or no, the Fisherman's Quarter, right? Yeah. We need to pin anything? Yeah, we need to pin this. So, can we talk to you, sir?
Can I ask you a question?
I'm bone-tied, but yeah, I'll help you.
Ah, thanks. People have said that Champagne lives in the Fisherman's Quarter in a hut on the boat. He owns 2 dogs. Okay. Guess we just need to find 2 dogs. I hear barking. Lives on a boat. Is this her boat? Hear dogs in a boat.
Tocqueville? Lafayette! Hush now. No offense, Cher. Them two don't take kindly to gents. Especially foreigners. How can Champagne help you? Trip to the bayou? Feeding a huge crocodile?
Some other time, perhaps. Word has it, you know everything that goes on round these parts.
Maybe. Maybe not. What you want to know?
The bank in town recently purchased a valuable collection of gemstones from a wealthy man. What do you know of it?
Cher, I hear everything. This time I tell you for free. Next time, you pay.
Thank you.
May have been 1-2 weeks ago. Rich man's butler sold him some black opals.
And this rich man is?
Don't know his name, only that he from the French Quarter. Folk back in town could take you there. That's all I know. You need a boat? I hire 'em out for dollars. Or a bottle of you-know-what.
Thank you for the offer and the help.
I don't understand why she would just take advantage. Why would she give us that information for free? What other information are we going to need to have in the future? Very bad business right there. Terrible Creole accent. Well, you don't know her history. Maybe she's transplanted for somewhere else. And I don't really know. I don't have any answer for you there, because I kind of agree. It was, where do we need to go here? Who said the Champagne lives? Yep, she owns 2 dogs. He's a rich man from the French Quarter, which we don't have... Unless that's what you're calling the Creole Quarter, or maybe there's somewhere else we need to go. Hey, Don John, what's up, man? Alright, so we also have this. Who is the jewel seller A? Well, we can say the invitation... No, not that. Black with Philanthropists. I mean, it's going to be one of these first 3 here. Armitage, Arneson, or Atkinson. That seems like it's a likely piece of information for this. Now, say Opal Trader. He's a rich man from the French Quarter. Lucy's help. Doesn't seem like that would be helping us. Meeting the sheriff. Wondering if we're still missing some piece of information here. Although this does say it came from one of the city philanthropists. Maybe this does count? Let's see. Okay. He's most likely... Why? Wait. He's most likely E. Arneson? Why? Why E. Arneson? How would we know that that's where he's from? How did we learn that? Wait, what? Where's that list? Oh, because it literally says right here, French Quarter. Duh. Only I read the next two words. Don't laugh at me. I'm trying.